So, have you ever really stopped and wondered what separates the absolute highest achievers from everybody else? I mean, really, it's not some secret talent they were born with, and it's definitely not just a lucky break. It's their lifestyle. And today, we're going to break down exactly how you can take excellence from this big abstract idea and turn it into your daily reality.
This right here, this single idea, is the key to everything we're about to talk about. You know, we love to think of greatness in these huge, flashy moments, the big win, the major promotion, but the real secret? It's this. True excellence is built in the quiet, consistent choices you make every single day.
All right, so here's our game plan. First, we're going to redefine what excellence actually is. Then we'll dive into the 3 pillars of habits that build it: your foundational habits, your execution habits, and your resilience habits. And we'll wrap it all up by showing you how this whole process leads to a massive shift in your actual identity.
Okay, first things first, we have to tear down some common myths. A lot of us are working off a seriously flawed blueprint for what success looks like. And honestly, the ideas we're about to challenge might be the very things that have been holding you back.
Just look at this contrast. We're taught to see success as a gift, right? Like you either have some special talent or you get a lucky break. But the truth? The real deal is that excellence is a choice. It's something that's forged in the tiny decisions and the quiet effort you put in, especially when you think nobody's watching.
So this is our new operating system. Daily excellence isn't about being perfect. It's about being consistent. It's that non-negotiable standard you set for yourself, and it defines how you show up day in and day out.
Now, let's get into the first set of habits, the foundational ones. Think of these like pouring the concrete slab before you build a skyscraper. If you get these right, everything else you try to build on top becomes so much easier. And it all really starts with these 2 core ideas: how you kick off your day and the standards you absolutely refuse to compromise on for yourself. These 2 habits, they create the entire framework for a life of excellence.
Now, mastering your morning isn't just about waking up early. It's about waking up with intention. Hitting that snooze button, you're literally training your brain to procrastinate from the very first moment of the day. But when you wake up instantly, you start the day with a win, with an act of discipline. Then you prime your mind, taking control before the world throws its chaos at you. Look, if you can win the morning, you can win the day.
This quote just nails the whole idea of setting high standards. Think about it. If you tolerate mediocrity from yourself, if you tolerate excuses, well, that's exactly what your life is going to be full of. Excellence is about drawing a line in the sand and deciding what you will no longer tolerate from yourself, and then holding that line.
Okay, so you've got the foundation poured. Now what? How do you actually get things done? This section is all about execution. It's about the habits that turn your good intentions into actual real-world results.
These are the 3 pillars of getting it done. Your focus, your attention is your most valuable currency. Discipline is what forces you to act even when you don't feel like it. And decisive action, that's what builds momentum. Without these, your goals are just dreams.
I love this. Discipline isn't some magical trait you're either born with or not. It's a muscle. It's a bridge. It's the practical, trainable skill that connects the person you are today to the person you want to become. Every single time you follow through, you're laying another plank on that bridge.
Now, for taking decisive action, there's this incredible tool for killing hesitation. The moment you have an instinct to act on something, you have about 5 seconds before your brain will talk you out of it. So what do? You launch a countdown. 4. This simple little action interrupts the part of your brain that's already busy creating excuses and planting seeds of doubt.
3. You're basically creating a starting ritual, a little trigger that primes you for forward motion.
2. You have to move before that internal resistance really kicks into high gear. 1. And then, right at the end of that countdown, you've got this tiny window to just move.
And you physically act. You just go. This isn't some silly trick, it's training. You are rewiring your brain to become a person of action, not a person of hesitation.
So, you're taking action. But we all know the path to excellence is long, and it is full of setbacks. This next set of habits is all about endurance. It's about what keeps you going when things inevitably get tough. The path to any goal worth having is long, and it's mostly uphill. The habits that get you to the finish line are relentless consistency and real mental toughness. The first one builds momentum, and the second one makes sure you can handle the pressure when it comes.
It's so easy to fall for the intensity trap, going all out for a few days and then completely burning out.
But the real winners, they're the ones who just show up consistently. That steady, daily effort, it compounds over time, and it leads to way bigger results than these unsustainable bursts of work ever could.
And this is how you build that resilience. It's not something you're just born with. You forge it. You build it by choosing to push past your comfort zone, by doing the workout when you're tired, by making the call you're nervous about. You intentionally build up these mental calluses that eventually make you unbreakable.
All right, let's bring this all home. After you practice these habits day in and day out, something fundamental starts to shift inside you. It's no longer just about the things you do. It's about who you become.
This right here is the final transformation. Excellence stops being a skill you practice, and it becomes part of your identity. You stop trying to be a disciplined person. You simply are a disciplined person. Your habits have literally rewired who you are at your core.
And this is the final takeaway. You never just arrive at excellence. It's not a finish line you cross and then you're done. It is a conscious choice that you have to make over and over and over again in all the small, unseen moments of every single day.
So ultimately, this isn't about information. It's about a decision. And that decision is now completely yours to make. Not just when you feel motivated, not just when it's easy, but every single day. So the question is, will you make that choice?